Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is PSEI Recap, and I think we're less than 2 weeks away before the year ends 2018. And right now, if you are currently break even, guys, congratulate yourself. If you are still negative 5, negative 10% ng whole ng iyong portfolio, still congratulate yourself because right now, overall, if we are going to close yung index at 7.5, we are most likely 16 to 17% down yung market. So, kung mas mababa ka ron, you could safely say na you have already beaten the market. Alright, so make no mistake about it, a lot of fund managers, alam nyo na yan, yung mga mahawak na mga institutional account, mutual funds, malaking talo nila. And much more yung mga retail traders. Right, so those info don't leak out sa ating mga public, and baka dito nyo lang narinig yan. And right, before we do all those analysis, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. This comes from Luke chapter 2 verse 11. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Alright, so tulad nga ng sinabi ko sa isang video, right? So if you are not remembering our Christ our Lord, kaya naman natin sinicelebrate yan, you might be lost, right? So I think this is a reminder to all of us na we should stay on the true message kung ba't natin sinicelebrate yung Christmas, right? So I don't know sa ating mga Middle East viewers if you are allowed to share, especially sa mga Muslim core workers or siguro mga boss nyo. Are you allowed, guys, to share your view sa Bible or not? Let me see your comments and para ma-confirm lang natin, right? So alam ko marami na nanonood sa atin dyan sa Middle East, and I like to see your comments, guys. Right, so again, this is paulit-ulit ako. I would urge you to read the Bible because nandiyan dyan, lahat kung ano man yung nasusulat dyan, that is very very true, right? So if you know na puro totoo yung mga nakasulat dyan, hanapin mo and you compare sa mga ibang sinasabi nila, and think if you scratch the surface, makikita mo talaga kung gaano siya katotoo, right? So again, I'd like you to read the Bible and understand, and you ask in prayer na maintindihan mo siya. Tulad nga ng sinasabi ko sa inyo, maiintindihan mo yan, right? So probably baka pare-pares lang tayo ng background, especially sa religion, and hindi rin naman ako lumaki sa ganitong but yun nga, nagbasa-basa din ako, nag-isip-isip ako, right? So then may research myself, and paulit-ulit yung conclusion ko, the Bible is true, and kailangan malaman natin kung ano yung nakasulat dyan, right? Again, beyond this point, ano man yung sasabihin ko, this is just a mere possibilities. Huwag kayong mag-all in sa kung ano man yung sasabihin ko, but dito sa Bible, dito kayo mag-all in. Alright, guys, so again, let's now proceed sa ating kung ano yung nangyari last week. Alright, so again, last Friday's closing, we have closed sa 7,524, and we have gained 62 points. Alright, not bad for ating PSEI. And again, sa ating mga index names, we are more than likely to believe na itong JFC, FGen, and Meralco, surprisingly, would likely to finish strong itong 2018. And again, currently sa ating price action, we're seeing yung Robinsons Land Corporation is looking poised, no, to have a complete recovery for next year. Alright, so again, yung ating ideas was Meralco to go down, but currently it's holding up. Parang nagkaroon ng sentiment change na naman Again, you have to remember, I think last 2 weeks in-announce na there will be additional round of tax hike sa ating mga oil prices. It might trigger yung pagiging defensive stance ng ating market. So, maaari they are going on a defensive mode, kaya naman they are putting their chips dito sa Meralco. No? So, hindi nasunod yung plano natin or hindi nasunod yung ating iniisip na Meralco would be taken down for profit taking. Nagkaroon na naman ng sentiment changes sa ating market. But nevertheless, yung JFC and FGen is still going strong. And itong RLC, I think with the BPO shortage sa mga offices, I think they are betting RLC would have or would likely to recover. Right, so if you are new to the market and you want to invest sa mga blue chips lang, these are the 4 names that I would do suggest na you are more than likely to check out. No? This for the next foreseeable future. Ito yung nakikita natin. Right, so again, that's our take for our PSEI. Let's now proceed sa ating chart. So currently, it's doing a fallback and hindi niya nare-retest yung 7.2 sana, no? So finally see na makita natin. So currently it's floating. It's not a good sign because medyo pag umaangat ng konti, you are seeing taking profit, no? So 2 times in a row na ganyan yung nangyari. And hindi siya malakas, hindi siya bullish indication. Again, we're more than likely to see for a retest sana para magkaalaman na talaga kung we are going to have a good closing for the year. And again, overall the market is tulad nga ng sinasabi ko, maaari there should be a liquidity issue and you don't want to be caught on that. At least trade less or trades with less aggression during the last 2 weeks of the year because you don't want to get caught up sa mga position na hindi ka naman makalabas. Right? So again, more than likely sana na gusto ko sana ma-retest in 7.2. That's currently floating. And tingnan natin kung ano yung mangyari sa ating PSEI. Right? So again, let's now proceed sa ating move of the week. This was from Tugo. I think this was mainly driven by the disclosures of the acquisition of Ninaco or Negros Navigation. And if you are going to scroll sa channel ko, you are going to see yung aking detailed explanation on how we should attack this Tugo. Right? So again, that is chart quick session dun sa kabilang video. You might want also to check on that, itong Tugo. What's my take and how paano atakihin tong Tugo. Right? Again, tulad ng sinabi ko for our 3rd weeks of December, ang ating rating is neutral. Right? So kung mapapansin mo, most of the time I'm only observing. Alright? So tinitingnan ko yan from Monday to Friday and I'd like to see yung mga new trends and new stories or team and yung mga price action. Binabantayan ko yan. So naintindihan ko na tulad nga ng sinasabi ko, I was only searching myself no, sa YouTube yung mga po pwede kong panoorin but wala akong makita. So I already decided myself na ako na yung gagawa. Alright, so I am not your guru in any way, shape, or form. And I'm just here to bounce ideas, reflect, confirm, or deny. And the final decision na mga stocks na bibili nyo should be on your self. Alright. So again, ang aking rating or aking tingin, this would be a neutral market that would range probably 7.375 currently. And sa mga nakita ko this week, puro rally ng mga bottom picks. Alright, so we have CHP. Right, so I think if I remember it right, 2017, ganito rin eh. Mas nauna lang at around November, nag-rally rin yung CHP. We already also have yung Surpass. This parang kambal tuko tong dalawa na to eh. Once na tumaas yung CHP, susunod yung X, tumaas yung X, CHP. They're not related, but yun lang yung napapansin ko. Right, so yun yung power of observation. I think ito yung mga bagay na nami-miss out ng mga newbies, because I do understand na mahirap mag-generate ng ideas, especially if you're still learning yung mga basics ng technicals or fundamentals, or you're just a new beginner trader. Mahirap mag-generate ng mga ganyang ideas, especially if you don't have the luxury of time to watch the market from opening to closing. So again, if you're seeing value dito sa ating recap, you might want to check or hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, so again, bukod dyan sa CHP and X na yan, I am also seeing ALCO. ALCO, we don't see any disclosures as well. It might be a big turn or probably the near-term bottom. Again, also the stock was already discussed ko rin sa kabilang video, and also we have yung ABG, right? And also yung news nga around to go. So again, yun yung mga nakikita nating tema. As much as we would like to see these stocks go up, this is not the type of movement or overall market na would say na pataas talaga lahat. So mas maganda sana kung yung mga leaders yung nagtataasan, right? So yung mga alpha. So we will be neutral for the next coming week. And again, let's now to move on sa ating mga core watch list. These are the stocks that we should be watching. These are the strong names na you are more than likely or would like to position bago magtapos yung taon. Alright, so with that, we will be still be looking for our core watch list. Itong Wilcon, 2 times in a row na siyang tinest yung 12, and it's bouncing, no, pagdating sa 12, and that's a good sign. So this is the first strike. Tinest niya yung actually below 12 pa nga, and again this one. Currently maganda yung nagiging movement niya, right? So again, if you have not yet positioned, again, anything again at below 12 is a good buy for Wilcon. Right, ang gusto ko kasi sa Wilcon, because kahit na medyo malabo yung current price action niya ngayon, it's consolidating at the top, right? So that's a big indication that there will be a big move etong Wilcon. If everything goes right, it could go off to another level etong Wilcon. And right now, it's currently hovering at 12, and this might be a good position, especially kung gusto mo yung medyo matagalan na galaw, or I think yung mga position na hindi naman ganun ka volatile as well, right? So on the longer term trend, still considered an uptrend. Medyo nagbabagal nga lang dito, and if you're still skeptical, at least if it shows a big volume and a big turnover, 1250, maganda ng pasukan tong Wilcon. But right now, if you are going to play this at least below 12, magandang buying position na yan. Wilcon, I think it's going to finish strong sa ating 2018, right? And if I remember it right, nasakyan ko pa nga ito nung mga bandang 6 pa lang siya bago nag-rally ng ganito kataas. Right, that's our take for Wilcon. Our next position nating titignan itong FGen, and medyo mataas na rin, malaki na rin yung itinaas niya since pumasok siya sa ating watch list. I think it goes as far as November 19, nandito na to sa ating watch list, if I remember it right. You might want to check yung video na yon dito, yung ating buy signal nagpakita, and then nagrally na rin siya. Ngayon is currently I think it's going to retest itong 19 or 1850 if you are going to trend follow itong FGen. Maganda-ganda rin naman na bilhin yung FGen at around this area, right? 19 or 1850, depende sa magiging price action. Again, yun ang maganda no? Sa ating, if you are watching the market weekly and you are writing your observations, may kita mo siya before the big movement mangyari. You are already informed and you are already aware of what will happen. So again, as you progress sa trading, as you read more books, more experiences, more observation, the market will only reveal yourself, alright? So it's not about the market, it's not about learning everything, it's about learning yourself, right? So some people mainipin, gusto nila yung mabibilis na gumalaw. Some people gusto nila yung medyo mas predictable and mas stable na galawan. And FGen fits right into the bill. Itong ganong scenario. Again, tulad nga ng sinabi ko, it's not about the market, but as you progress sa yung trading, it will be all about yourself. Alright? So, market will present itself as a mirror. Makikita mo yung sarili mo. You'll understand yourself better, and mapapansin mo yung inyong mga biases or mga tawag dito, tendency pagdating sa market. Right? That's our take for FGen. Let's now proceed sa ating isa pa sa ating mga strong watch list. Itong JFC, Jollibee Food Corporation. Again, tulad nga ng sinasabi ko, we are I think this is the 2 weeks na yata natin na nasa natin tong JFC. Again, tulad nga ng sabi ko last week, 290. Again, ganun nga yung ginawa, 290. If nakasalo ka dito, I think that's more than 2 to 3%. And right now, 300 is the level to watch. Again, this is a big, solid number, itong 300. And if you are going to recap yung mga comments ng ating mga great traders like Darvas, which sa kanya nang galing yung Darvas Box, and Jesse Livermore, yung kanyang tape reading, when you're dealing with this solid number like 300, once it breaks yung 300, there's more than likely for it to move independently papuntang 320, 330. Alright, so para siyang snake and ladders. You are very hesitant to buy sa 290, pero nung nag-break naman sa 300, parang ang bilis mo naman na bumili or kumbinsido ka. Again, this is more than to do with the psychology and the mental aspect of the game. Siguro ganun nakawire yung mga tao, or for most of the people. So, ganun. So, speaking of those authors, if you have Spotify account, I think if wala kang mabili mga libro na yan, they are available sa Spotify. Yung How I Made $2 Million ni Darvas, it's available in the Spotify. You have just to search. And also yung Reminiscence of the Stock Operator ni Jesse Livermore is also available dyan sa Spotify. I think register ka lang at least kahit mga 1 month, basahin mo, or pag na-traffic ka, pakinggan mo lang yung mga book na yan. Malaki yung maitutulong mo sa trading, no? So again, tulad nga ng sinabi ko, once it breaks yung 300, maaari it could slide very easily sa 320 or 330, right? So imagine mo naman kung na-trend follow mo to kahit yung sa 250, ang laki na rin ang gain mo dyan. You're more than up sa 20% dito sa JFC. Alright, that's our take for JFC. Let's now proceed sa ating FDC. Alright, for FDC, since it's rally, I think 7.20, nag-rally papunta rito. And it gained, I think, more than 20+% already. And for the last 2 weeks, we are rooting for it to pull back. But ano yung nangyari? From pullback, naging siyang parang flag pattern. So, what does it tell us? We have to change our assumption na hindi na ito magpo-pull back ng ganong kalaki. No? We're really hoping sana na it will close itong 9.1 area, but seems to me na hindi ganun yung nangyari. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, no one is willing to sell the position, and usually yung ganitong klaseng setup would more than fall likely sa ating hold, no? Hold it for good. Alright, so again, yung ating isa sa mga rules, once it's na accelerate within 2 weeks for more than 20%, and the succeeding action is more of a flag rather than a pullback, you have to hold it at least for another 60 days. So if you have not yet position dito sa FDC, maganda. This is a buying opportunity for FDC. I think at least for the very least 950 will hold. And I think mahirap din timing naman yung breakout na ito unless you are able to be in the market currently, no? So FDC, if you are holding this, hold it na lang muna. Mukhang there's another run itong FDC na mangyayari. Right? Again, yung ating rule is if within 2 weeks it reaches yung 20%, you have to hold it for another 60 days. Right? So again, it's currently consolidating, especially confirmed ng mga candles, no? Seems to me no one is willing to sell. Or yung ating bumili dito is few institution na may control sa market. So again, hold it for good at least by January. End of January muna siya consider ibenta, if ever. Alright, so magandang pwestuhan to, itong FDC sa nakikita ko with its current price action and yung sa mga nakita ko. Right, so again, this is one of the new trends, possible new trends na nakikita natin. Ang maganda rito sa ating CPM, it is already consolidating since September, no? September hanggang ngayon, we're already on the second half of December. That is more than 3 months or 2.5 to 3 months, and that is a good sign. All right. So currently at 2 peso, I think this murang-mura pa to. Right? So kasi yung risk to reward ratio mo is napaka ganda, no? So if ever mali ka, kahit dito ka lang mag-cut, no? Once it breaches itong support na to, cut ka agad. Right? So pero from what I'm seeing with a big volume and ganitong klaseng candlestick position, it might rally. Ito sa kanya 52 week high na 209, might be easy itong i-break yung 209 na yan. So again, if you are still skeptical, at least hindi mo mababantayan 1.96, pwede ka nang bumili din dyan. And I think this is a possible new trend. Kakapasok lang ito sa watchlist natin. Etong CPM, I think this would rally. And again, control mo lang yung position mo ngayon kasi we might be facing a liquidity issue. Right? So again, if you are able to catch something or may mga napupulot ka rito, you might want to subscribe or hit that like button. Kasi katulad ngayon, medyo late na yung update ko. At least, if you have already subscribed sa YouTube, ma-update ka agad. Alright? Especially if you click yung notification bell. Alright? So again, yun yung ating recap for the week, and if you have questions or pwedeng mga i-share, you might want to comment down below. Right, again, this is PSE AI Recap. Maraming salamat sa panonood.